Happy Wednesday, y'all. I hope you're not looking as lazy as this morning. Happy Wednesday, guys.
Hi, guys.
Workout will start off with a 3-round for quality warm-up this morning. Those 3 movements will be 10 alternating squat hold with a reach. We've done this before. We will demonstrate it again. 50 single skips or hops, and then a 20-meter single-arm overhead carry per side. First movement of your warm-up will be 10 alternating squat holds with a reach. So you're going to go down into the bottom of your squat. You're then going to reach right arm to left shin, grab onto your left shin, and then your free hand knuckles to floor, and then reach back up above you. Pause for a split second, come back down to ground. You'll do 5 of those on the left side, and then change over. This time left hand to right shin, touch the floor with your right hand, and reach up to the sky for 5 repetitions on the right side. So 5 left, 5 right, that'll make up your 10 reps. Second movement will be your single skips. This will be a rep range of 50. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can do 50 single hops. Again, we're looking at timing your hands, clapping your thighs when your feet leave the floor. Third and final movement of your warm-up will be a 20-meter single arm overhead carry. You guys know this in the box as a weighter's carry. So press whatever object you have above your head, whatever object you can safely press above your head, dumbbell, kettlebell, a kit bag. Then you're going to do a 20-meter walk on the right side, coming back with 20 meters on the left side. If you don't have space to walk this out, simply do a 20-second hold on the right side, followed by a 20-second static hold on the left side. 3 rounds in total. 10 alternating squat hold with a reach, that's 5 per side, 50 single skips or 50 single hops, and then a 20-meter single arm overhead carry on both sides. As we move on to our training part today, it is 2 parts. There are 2 parts to training. There's a midline piece followed by Metcon. First up, your midline piece. For this today, you're going to be accumulating time in 3 different movements. You're going to accumulate a 3-minute D-ball hold, that's in a bear hug position, followed by a 2-minute hollow or dead bug hold, and then followed by a 1-minute handstand, pike, or plank hold. There is a 12-minute time cap for this piece, and you do not have to complete these movements unbroken. You can accumulate the time within the 12-minute time cap. First up is your 3-minute D-ball hold. If you have a D-ball available to you, you want to try and go you want to go relatively heavy with this today. You're going to clean the ball up to your chest, bear hug it, keep the ball at chest height, lock out your quads, squeeze your glutes nice and tight, remain tall and upright, and hold this for 3 minutes. You guys are going to have to run a clock for yourselves today. So use your stopwatch on your cell phone. Use a clock on YouTube that you can put onto a screen in front of you. But you want to hold this for 3 minutes. And as I've said, you can accumulate that time. If it gets too heavy, put the ball down on the floor, stop your clock, then start the clock again until you get to 3 minutes of a D-ball hold. If you don't have a D-ball available to you, you can simply front rack a kettlebell or a dumbbell, anything in that front rack position, any form of weight in that front rack position, and accumulate 3 minutes. Once you've completed 3 minutes of your D-ball or weighted hold, you're then going to move on to a 2-minute hollow or dead bug hold. If you're going to go for a hollow hold, arms will be extended above your head, toes pointed. You're going to raise your shoulders and your feet off the floor at the same time. So engaging in nice and tight in your belly button, pressing your spine into the floor, reaching above your head. You should not see your hands, and there should be no gap underneath your spine. If there is a gap and you can't get your back flat on the floor, simply go into a dead bug position. Again, shoulders off the floor, and you're reaching with your fingertips to try and touch your toes as aggressively as you can. This will be a 2-minute hold. Again, you're still running a 12-minute running clock, but you accumulate 2 minutes in this position. If you need to rest at any point, and keep going until you've accumulated 2 minutes. Third and final movement of this midline piece is accumulating a 1 minute handstand hold. If you can't do a handstand hold, you do a pike hold instead. And if a pike hold is too difficult for you, you can do a regular plank hold. The pike hold, what I want you to do is you're going to raise your hips up in the air. From your all fours, you're going to raise your hips up in the air as high as you can. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And try and get as close as possible to having your hips stacked over the top of your shoulders. Again, you'll be accumulating time here for 1 minute. If you need to rest at like a 30-second mark, you'll rest at that point and then restart again, completing the remainder of your 30 seconds. If you're not doing a handstand hold or a pike hold, you're going to do a regular tall plank. So wrists stacked directly under your shoulders. Create tension by locking out your quads, squeezing your glutes nice and tight, and drawing your belly button in towards your spine. Pressing hard through the ground to feel like you're separating your shoulders apart. That will be your position that you'd go to if handstand holds or pike holds are not in your skill set just yet. Finally, your Metcon today will be 2 parts. There'll be 2 8-minute AMRAPs, so as many rounds as you can do for 8 minutes. There's 2 parts to that, and it's separated by a 3-minute rest period. You'll start off by doing 12 single arm devil's presses, and those will be alternating devil's presses. After that, into 48 double unders. If you can't do double unders, you're going to do 48 line hops today. They won't be replaced with single unders. You'll continue with those 2 movements for 8 minutes. 12 single arm devil presses followed by 48 double unders or line hops, and you'll continue with those movements and do as many rounds as you can in 8 minutes. From there, you'll move into a 3-minute rest period. You'll then go into another 8-minute AMRAP. You'll perform the same movements, however this time the rep range has doubled up. It now becomes 24 single arm devil presses followed by 72 double unders or 72 line hops. On the 3, 2, 1 go, you'll start your first 8-minute AMRAP, which will be 12 single arm devil presses. Starting on the right side, dumbbell will be between your feet. You're going to burpee down or come back up and snatch the dumbbell above your head. That'll complete 1 repetition. You'll change over to the left side, back down to the floor for your second burpee, jumping back up, finishing with the dumbbell snatched above your head on your left side. That counts as 2 reps. You'll continue this all the way through until you get to 12 repetitions, moving from right to left side. If you are using an odd object in the form of a kettlebell or a kit bag, you'll perform a burpee and then perform a ground to overhead. So clean it to your shoulder, press it above your head for your single rep on your right side. Kettlebell goes back to ground. You'll then perform another burpee and a clean and jerk on your left side for your ground to overhead. So if you're using a kettlebell or odd object, please replace the single arm devil press with the dumbbell with a burpee and a ground to overhead. That is if you're using a kettlebell or an odd object. Same rep range, just a slightly different take on the movement. Once you've completed your single arm dumbbell devil's presses, you'll then move on to 48 double unders or 48 line hops. For the line hops, place anything on the ground that can essentially create a line for yourself. You're then going to hop forward and hop back. Counts as 1. Please make sure it's not 1, 2, forward and back. It is forward and back counts as 1. So Bo will do 4 for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll continue with those 2 movements we just demonstrated for a period of 8 minutes. When that 8 minutes is done, you'll go into a 3-minute rest period. You'll then move into your second part of the workout, which is another 8-minute AMRAP. You're going to do the exact same movements this time. The only difference being you're now going to do 24 repetitions of the single arm devil press and 72 double unders or line hops. Again, remember, if you don't have a dumbbell, you're going to replace your devil's press with 24 burpees plus a ground to overhead with a kettlebell or an odd object. Have fun with this workout, guys. Be relatively cautious with the weight that you choose on this movement. It is a tough movement, and you want to enjoy it. So don't bust yourselves by taking something that's too excessively heavy. Rather go a little bit lighter and try and move for as long as possible today. Happy Wednesday, guys. See you soon.